class. So this week I want to look at the Stuarts' allegiances with the Jacobites. So first I want to talk about David Hume and his relationship with Bonnie Prince Charlie and the Stuarts. So David Hume was a Scottish philosopher. He was often accused of being a Jacobite himself. He frequented Jacobite circles and he was quoted to having a sympathy for the Jacobite fate, but not the cause. So David Hume said he had no party affiliation, but what's really interesting is that when he would write his books, they would be around the political culture in which he's selling them. So he had even said once that he wanted to write an essay on Protestant succession, but was said that it would be extremely dangerous to publish as it would label him as a skeptical Whig, according to the article. So he ended up not pushing that forward. Hume viewed bloodline succession as important, but did have hesitations on Roman Catholicism and the Pope. There was in the article mention of Hume's relationship with the Stuarts growing further in his life and his writing. And then maybe there was some connection with historians and the reasons why that could have been viewed as why he might have been a Jacobite. I'm not quite sure. The second article I want to talk about is Charlie Will Come Again. So this one was really interesting. It is about a painting that was found in the later 1970s in the House of Holyrood. So it was by the Queen's Surveyor. It was done by Petty. It was a depiction of Bonnie Prince Charlie, and it was said to not be an accurate historical representation of Bonnie Prince Charlie, and so there was this long confusion, and it kind of frustrated the Queen's Surveyor, and so it kind of went back then over a history of how it got there and why it was so inaccurate. But the thing was is that it wasn't meant to be an accurate representation, and so when you look at the history through the article, it said that the Jacobites, when they went into war with Bonnie Prince Charlie, they wanted him there. They saw him as this delighted beyond measure and this idol. And it was said that in figure, they compared him to Robert the Bruce. But unfortunately, he was rather pretty than beautiful. And then it says that his features were bonny more than manly. And then the article continues on to then, in contrast, quote that the artist kind of depicted and painted him as, this self-indulgent prince who later abandoned all these people on the battlefield. And so that is why this was this inaccurate depiction of this flawed man that now is in the House of Holyrood. The last article I want to discuss with you guys is the clerical response of the Jacobite risings between the 1715 and 1745. So there were two Jacobite risings in the 1700s. And so the first one in 1715, the clergy were not united, and that is what's discussed in the first part of the article. And the second, 1745, the clergy then were united in is unanimous. They all saw that Catholicism they were all in opposition to the rising, saying that Catholicism was not okay. They were in opposition of Poperism and discussed the Catholic doctrine having been a blind doctrine due to its scripture being in another language. They said that it would lead to persecution of the English Protestants. So again, thank you guys for your time.